So you have to be ready as a father when your son wants to rise. What are you going to do if your son is ready to change his life and you haven't changed your life? You're still sloppy laying on the couch, sleeping in, don't have your shit together. And your son's like, Dad, I want to change. I'm ready to get ripped. I'm ready to get disciplined. I'm ready to get in the best shape of my life. I want to be amazing. What are you going to do if you're not the best? What are you going to do if you're still in a lowest point of your life? When are you going to step up, take ownership, and change your life? Are you going to be ready when your son needs you? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Rising Father podcast. It's been a week or so since my last one. My family went to Disney World down in Florida and had an amazing week. It's one of those weeks where, you'll always remember it. I'll reference some stories from Disney World over this podcast, but mainly I wanted to talk about my son's cell phones and him going to the gym with me at 5 a.m. and saying he wanted to get ripped and jacked. And I said, sure, let's go. So that's kind of like the main thing I wanted to share with you, but I'm sure I'm going to reference some Disney World stories as well throughout here. So as my family's spring break, we went down, flew down, and were there for 7 nights. Animal Kingdom Lodge, amazing place. There's giraffes outside your window, zebras, and all kind of animals everywhere. And then, there's pools, hot tubs, great food. So that was amazing. And then you can just take shuttle buses to the resort anytime you want. So, hey, Disney, give me a sponsorship. But it was amazing. It's our second year in a row going to Disney World. And that's way more than I thought I would ever go in my life. Like, we went 1 year, and I was like, this is our only time going to go. And we loved it so much. I was kind of in, like, the honeymoon when we got back. And it was this summer, the sun was shining, and Sarah was like, oh, my Disney planner called and said there's a special deal. Do you want to book it? I was just like, sure. And I kept on doing whatever I was doing. And then later in the year, she's like, oh, we're going to Disney this spring break. I was like, oh, yeah, we are. And so we went down, had a great time, went to every Disney park, went to 4 Disney parks, and it was just a blast. Like one-on-one time with each kid, one-on-one time with my wife. One of the nights we ordered pizza for our kids, and me and my wife went downstairs to a nice restaurant and had a meal. It was like at the resort, one of the restaurants, the meal was like, I don't know, $70 a person for adults. It was just one flat fee. And then for the kids, it was like $42. And I told Sarah, I was like, I am not going to take them down here and have Lauren eat 2 spoonfuls of mac and cheese and a piece of bread, and Nathan have a cheeseburger that's half eaten and a lemonade and pay $100 for them too. I said, let's just order a $15 pizza to their room. You and me come down, have a date, and save $100. So she's like, yeah, let's do that. So we did that and had a great time. But, in Disney, Magic Kingdom's amazing. There's some great rides there. It's real, magical. We went into the Beauty and the Beast. There's a restaurant, real fancy restaurant called, I forget, but it's supposed to be like it's called Be Our Guest. It's supposed to look like the Beauty and the Beast castle where they have that big fancy ballroom. So we had a great steak there. Actually, the best meal I had of the entire week was at the Be Our Guest restaurant. The quality of the steak was really, really good, which I was surprised by. I thought they're going to put all their money into the ambiance and the environment. But the quality of the food was really, really good. And I had steak multiple times a week, so Be Our Guest was the best steak I had. And then we went to Epcot, and with my Garmin watch, I got 32,000 steps. My daughter also has like a junior fit Garmin watch that only tracks steps, and she got 38,000 steps. She's 9 years old. So we got tons of walking at Epcot, amazing fireworks show at the end. The Guardians of the Galaxy ride is unbelievable. I'm not even going to try to explain it. It's just amazing. We went to Hollywood Studios, walked around, went on Rise of the Resistance, which it's the same thing. I can't explain it. It's awesome. I love roller coasters. I hate spinny rides. I hate 3D rides because I just get off dizzy. I'm like, what the hell is the point of this? It's not fun. It's just you just want to puke when you're done. Like, I will go up super high on Millennium Force at Cedar Point, all these rides where, 300 feet in the air, you do loops, all that kind of stuff I love because it's fun. It's scary and it's fun. These 3D rides and like the ones that you just spin, it's like, okay, pay money, stand in line for 2 hours, and let me just punch you in the stomach. Like, and then the rest of your day is screwed. So I'm like, no, I hate those kind of rides. But Rise of the Resistance is not like that. You go in, and it's like you're in a movie set. And there's giant, I don't even know I'm not like a Star Wars nerd, but the giant robots, the big ones, I don't know, the giant, your typical famous giant Star Wars walking things. I want to say Jabberwockies, but I know that's not what it is. And that's like a little furry creature. That's the huge mechanical elephant-looking things, but they're lifelike. It's like 50 feet in the air, these things, and they put you in a movie script, but it's also kind of like a roller coaster, and it's crazy. I'm doing a horrible job explaining it, but it was one of the coolest things I went on. Then went to Animal Kingdom, which was amazing. Went on a safari, saw elephants and tigers and lions. We saw some chimpanzees doing jiu-jitsu with each other. It was me and Nathan were watching, and Nathan looked over and he's like, Dad, that one got mount. These two little baby chimps were rolling with each other. The one got mount. The one underneath did like a straight-up jiu-jitsu escape, then did what looked like a scissor sweep, and the other one got to mount. It's like, man, these guys are like nailing jiu-jitsu. And then we went to the Avatar land. They've got this world. It's supposed to look like Avatar. Once again, crazy and unbelievably detailed and beautiful. You look out into the horizon, and they've like built this land out into the horizon so that anywhere you look, you think you're in the world. Like the millions and billions of dollars they put into this park is just unbelievable. Every single little detail. I didn't go on there's an Avatar ride that I didn't go on because it's all 3D. And a lot of the Hollywood studios and some of the rides are 3D based, where you're putting on those goggles, and I don't do that. I feel dizzy and feel like crap when I'm done. So I let Sarah and Nathan go on, or Lauren go on with them. Sometimes Lauren didn't want to go on, and me and her just kind of walked around or did another ride. But we made it work. There's some rides Sarah didn't want to go on, some rides Lauren didn't want to go on, some rides Nathan didn't want to go on, but there's 4 of us, so we just kind of mixed it up. Bought those lightning lane passes, so we didn't wait in any lines, and it was just an awesome time. We came home, and on the way home, everyone's looking at next year. I'm like, no, we promised we're not going to do Disney next year. And then we're looking up resorts and saying, okay, well, Sarah's always like, well, all right, my Disney planner said there's a better deal we can get. I'm like, oh my goodness, let's not do this. I need like at least a good month before I even start thinking about planning another vacation. We've got this one this year, and then every 2 years with my extended family, we do a big Rodack vacation. So there's like 35 of us going up to this huge lodge in Gatlinburg, Tennessee over the summer, and we're gonna, go on hikes in the Smoky Mountains, have some barbecue, tour Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is a very touristy city. It's kind of like a mini Las Vegas, but right next to the Smoky Mountains. Southern theme. So there's barbecue everywhere, cowboy boots and all the food you can want. There's also great restaurants. Like there's a great French crepe place that I'll make sure we go to, and you can get good steak and meat down there. They've got like little amusement parks. Dollywood is in that area, so we're looking forward to that. That'll be in July sometime. And this whole summer is just going to be nonstop, man. It's already booked. Like my whole summer's booked. We just went to Disney World. We got the family vacation in July. This upcoming weekend, me and my son Nathan are going to go on a camping trip, just me and him. For Christmas this last year, Nathan's gift to me was a 2-night camping trip where he reserved a cabin. He saved up his money. We kind of bribe them for good grades. But guess what? It works. My kids get good grades. So the ends justify the means. I'd rather bribe them for that than something else. And to continue to defend myself, in the process of achieving their $5 for a B, $10 for an A, they're learning what they need to learn at school. So it's like, yeah, I lose a couple $100 every report card, but my kids are getting good grades, learning stuff at school, and also learning skills along the way. So there, I'm done justifying myself. That's what we do. So Nathan saved up his money, $100 or so, and reserved a cabin for me and him. And he also wanted our dog Rusty to come. So we're all three of us this upcoming weekend are going to drive out. I think it's Friday to Sunday, and bring the dog and just spend the weekend man time in a cabin. It's going to be awesome. This is the same cabin we went to last year, and Nathan loved it so much. He's like, Dad, that's our place. We're going to go. And one of the things Nathan remembers the most about this place, and he always brings it up, is how me and him walked around and took our shirts off and beat our chest and pretended we were tribesmen. So we did. We walked around, we beat our chest, and we pretended we were like Indians, or like warriors, or gladiators. Like, he loved that. He still talks about it. We put on music and we were marching around, and people probably saw us, so who knows? There's probably a video out there somewhere. But it was just an awesome time, and Nathan loved it. So at Christmas, he was like, this is what I want to get Dad. And I remember opening that and telling him, I said, this is the best thing you could have got me, like an experience. You bought me time with you, and that means everything. And he's like, thank you. So to circle back to the gym and Nathan and phones and all that kind of stuff, Nathan is nearing the end of his 5th grade year, which is unbelievable to me. He's going to be in middle school next year. 6th grader. I have Google Photos, and all these little pictures pop up. It's like 5 years ago. I have a memory. I have to say 10 years ago, and I'll make a collage video. It takes all of our photos and videos from our life and just makes memories. And the one popped up this morning. It was like 10 years ago, Nathan blank. I was actually sitting on a toilet looking at my phone, and it said 10 years ago, and I saw Nathan, and he's 11 now. And so it was like when he was 1 year old, just him outside, brand new baby. And I choked up a little. I was like, I cannot believe 10 years have gone by. It's crazy to me. Like, life was so different 10 years ago. I'm 37 now, so when I was 27 years old, like, life was so different. Yes, we say life, like, those 10 years went by in a flash, yes, but also life is unrecognizable now. Unrecognizable for me. So in a certain way, it took a long time. Like, it was long, but also it went by fast. But he's already 11. So Nathan's going to be in middle school, and, time is just absolutely flying by. I can't believe it. I saw the picture of him 10 years ago. I was like, my God, time is flying by unbelievably fast. And yesterday, he comes up to me and he goes, Dad, I was tucking him in at night, and I could tell something was wrong. And he didn't want to talk about it. So luckily, we've developed the relationship to where he feels comfortable telling me things when they're bothering him. So I was like, Nathan, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. I was like, Nathan, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. And I said, Nathan, what's wrong? And I just sat down next to him, grabbed his arm, and he's like, Dad, my group of friends, I feel like I'm separated. I was like, why? He goes, because they're all getting phones. His very best friend just got a phone on his birthday. I was like, they're all getting phones and I don't have one. And he's like, and I feel alone. He started to almost cry a little bit. So I was super firm at this moment. I didn't give any leeway whatsoever. I just said, I get it, man. I said, get it out of your head because we're not getting you one. I didn't say it like an asshole. I just said it straight. I just said, get it out of your head. We're not getting you one. You can become really good at many other things, and you can be the friend in the group who doesn't have a phone, who everyone else wants to follow. I said, trust me, you do not want a phone. It's something I'm not going to let you have any input on. It's something I'm going to save you from and keep you from it as long as possible. And I just said it just like that. Like, you have no input on the matter. As soon as a kid gets a phone, it's like they're, being unplugged in the Matrix. There's this entire new world is open up to them. Kind of like the Lord of the Rings. There's that stone that the hobbits look to, and then the Eye of Sauron comes and sees them. They can see the real world and see all the dangers of the world. and Gandalf covers it up with a blanket. That's what I'm doing. Like, it's not, you're not going to have access to everything in the world right now. I didn't get mine until college. So, nope, he's not getting it as an elementary school kid in 5th grade. I don't know when he's going to get it, but the way what's available online right now and how easy it is and what I've seen as a teacher and what that does to kids, no, I'm not giving that to my son. It's going to take a while. So I just flat out told him that, and he's like, okay. And I kissed him, tucked him in, said love you, left, tucked Lauren in, went downstairs. 5 minutes later, he comes downstairs and he goes, Dad, I have an idea. And I was like, what? He's like, come upstairs, I want to talk to you. So I was like, okay. Because, it's the end of the day, you just did everything, you just tucked them in. You want like 15 minutes to yourself before you have to go to bed and face reality for another 16 hours. So I'm like, all right, I'll come upstairs. So I went upstairs and he's looking kind of nervous, self-conscious even. And he goes, Dad, I want to get jacked and ripped. I was like, what do you mean, man? I was like, let's do it. He's like, I'll let my friends do TikTok dances, but I want to be jacked and ripped. Then he says, I want to start going to the gym with you every morning. He said, for the rest of my life, is what he said. So I just didn't question him. I didn't divert. I didn't say why. I just said, okay, let's do it. And I said, you want to go tomorrow? He goes, yep. I said, okay, I'll wake you up early in the morning tomorrow. He's like, okay, a big smile on his face. And I said, let's do this together. I said, April is the month of pain. You and me we're gonna suffer. We're gonna go to the gym and we're gonna get jacked and ripped. It's like, okay. Tucked him in again, went downstairs, woke up the next morning at 4:45 a.m., woke my son up. We were at the gym by 5:30 a.m., did an hour-long workout with Nathan. It's on my Instagram. Posted a reel about it. You could see us working out together. And came home. He loved it. I said, do you want to come tomorrow? He said, yes. And then later on, before he went to school, he said, Dad, can you put me on macros? I said, because that's what I do for the guys in my group. I give them specific macros that they can follow that we adjust. I was like, sure, I can put you on macros. And all these things I have to encourage. Like, at no point am I going to say, are you sure? Or let's wait. Like, I'm never going to poo-poo his excitement about improving himself. At this point in his life, he wants to get jacked and ripped and be the best person he can be. He wants to be strong. He wants to separate himself from his friends. He doesn't want to be stuck on an iPad and TikTok and phones, and he wants to get in great shape. I'm going to lead the way on that. I need to be somebody he can follow. I'm not going to be some fat, sloppy, complacent dad who's proud of his dad bod, whose son doesn't have it. Like, what if that was me? What if I was that guy and my son had an awakening like he just had? And he said, I want to get jacked and ripped. And he looked at me and I was a fat slob on the couch. Who would he follow then? He'd go on YouTube and try to find somebody to follow, not his father. So I have to be that guy. I don't have to be some jerk, jack, ripped alpha male. I need to be in the best shape of my life, constantly pushing it, constantly challenging myself, constantly growing. And I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say that, yes, I want to be strong. I want to look good. I want to, I'm not in the best shape of my life yet. Next year I'll be in the best shape of my life. Then the year after that I'll be in the best shape of my life. I'm 37 right now. It's not over for me. My son is going to get to watch me do that. And because he's been watching me and his mom do that over these very important years, he's 11 now. He's been watching us work out every morning, 4 or 5 a.m. for years now. Now that's just part of who he is. My daughter, that's part of who she is now. I've been doing pull-ups with Lauren every day for over 100 days now. I've lost count. I'll go back and find the exact day we started. It was too much work every single day, counting and posting the exact day. But it's like 120, 130 days Lauren has done pull-ups every single day. She's got almost a six-pack. She's 9 years old. My wife, son, daughter do CrossFit multiple times a week. My son and daughter do jiu-jitsu multiple times a week. Their dad, me, I do jiu-jitsu, workout, cardio, hot yoga every single day. It's part of what our family is. It's who we are. And because of that has become my identity and our family's identity, now that's just becoming my kids' identity. And Nathan wants to do that. Like, I didn't push this on him. I didn't say you're going to the gym tomorrow. He said, can I come with you? Pull parenting, not push parenting. He said, Dad, I want to come with you. Can I come with you? And I said, yes. So you have to be ready as a father when your son wants to rise. What are you going to do if your son is ready to change his life and you haven't changed your life? You're still sloppy laying on the couch, sleeping in, don't have your shit together, and your son's like, Dad, I want to change. I'm ready to get ripped. I'm ready to get disciplined. I'm ready to get in the best shape of my life. Like, I want to be amazing. Like, what are you going to do if you're not the best? What are you going to do if you're still in the lowest point of your life? Like, when are you going to step up, take ownership, and change your life? When? Are you going to be ready when your son needs you? Think about it. Your son does what my son did. And he said, Dad, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. and work out with you every day for the rest of my life. What would you tell your son right now? Okay, I've been doing that for the last years. Join me. Or, I don't know, that's really early. Let's think about it. And then you let him sleep in and disappoint him. And he's like, oh, that's my dad. Are you going to be ready when your son has an awakening? Or are you still going to be asleep? Be the dad that is ready to support his son and lift him up when he wants to rise. How do you do that? By you choosing to rise right now. So I thank God I've been making changes over the past years, and I'm not the man I once was, that I ripped myself out of that sad, complacent state, and I was ready for my son when he was ready to rise. I was ready for him. And now I'll push him as long as he wants to be pushed. You know, as long as he wants to do this with me, I'll be there for him. If he has some bad days, he can have some bad days, because I'm going to have some bad days too. But I'll always be there, ready for him. That puts a tremendous responsibility on me to keep my shit together, to stay disciplined. Because if I am not ready there as a rock, as a reliable, dependable force in my family when they need me, then shame on me. Because I've allowed comfort, complacency, laziness, fear, doubt, woe is me, the world's against me, all those weak, crippling feelings that so many men have. If I allow that to steal the strength that I could give my family, then shame on me. I will not allow that to happen. So decide today to get up. If you're already doing that, let this light another fire under your ass to keep on going. To know that what you are doing is worth it. The suffering and sacrifice you're putting forth to become a better person is worth it. Because your family needs you. And if you're not doing that, let this light a fire under your ass to get moving. To get going right now. And I haven't talked about this on a podcast yet, but this is a new product, service that I am offering. It's been out for about 3 weeks now. So, yes, this is me telling you about a product or service that Rising Father is offering. We have the Men on Fire program, yes. It is a 12-month high accountability, brotherhood, transformative program that you have access to for an entire year. It's the only thing like it. It's not a 90-day shred. Yes, we have that. High commitment, high accountability, high transformation, a lot of access to me. I have 3 coaching calls a week. Like, that is Men of Fire. We just released Ignite 30. And I want to tell you about it because if you have been, on the fence, like, well, I want to do something and I don't know if I'm ready for Men of Fire, or a huge program right now, or I'm the kind of guy who, I hate to say this, but if I'm the kind of guy who dips his toes in, if that's you, then okay, we're all flawed. We all need a starting point. Or if you're the kind of guy who just wants a self-paced thing, Ignite 30 is a 30-day challenge program that I've created. It's a 30-day transformation for men that gives you a community. It gives you access to the most impactful and important lessons of Men of Fire in a self-paced course format, in addition to a community. in addition to macronutrition training, in addition to a full workout program, body weight and gym, you can choose either one, in addition to perspective and mindset training, morning routine training, habit training. We teach you how to create a morning routine, evening routine transitions. We give you digital journaling tools. We give you habit tracking and time blocking and system creation tools and training, coaching calls from our archives, in a lot. Like, it's an unbelievable amount of stuff that I put in here. It's taken me 8 months to create, and it's finally out. And I've just said, okay, what are the what are the most important things that have caused my transformation and the transformation of the 150 guys that have been through Men of Fire? Let me put that all into this product, and kind of selfishly, because I can put this out there, it's made, and then I don't have to do any more, like, it doesn't require my time, right? Like, I can put this out there for people and they can do the course, and in that way it can grow infinitely. Like, in Men of Fire, I'm individually invested in each person. With Ignite 30, and it can go out to 1 million people, and 1 million people can take it. If it required my individual attention for every single person, it would be extremely limited. But it's all, I've spent 8 months creating it, so anybody can just grab it and start doing it at any time of the day. You don't need me. You'll get a lot of me. Like, it's a lot of me coaching. It's all my philosophy. It's everything we talk about. You'll see tons of coaching calls with me and guys in the group. So you're going to get a lot of me, but not live me. I do come in and interact in the community and talk to people in the community, so get some of that, but it's not live coaching. This is a self-paced, automated course with a community where you can, challenge yourself for 30 straight days of discipline, 30 straight days of consistency, 30 straight days of changing your mindset and perspective, 30 straight days of intentional accountability. A whole accountability system worked into it for intentionality with your wife, your kids, and goal setting. We have goal setting workshops. It's an unbelievable amount of stuff packed into 30 days. And I've had 4 guys now, I had some beta testers complete the thing. The guys lose 10, 20 pounds in 30 days. Guys say their marriages are changed. Like, everything that happens in Men of Fire is happening in this. And it's only $97. And I'm okay advertising it. Like, I feel completely comfortable telling you about it because I'm so damn proud of it. And it's doing so much good at such a low barrier of entry. So if you are somebody who wants to get involved more deeply with me, with Men of Fire, with the Rising Father community, you're not ready for Men of Fire yet, then step 1 is Ignite 30. The podcast is a great starting point. You get to know my philosophy, get to know me. But if you want to go to the next level, like the first baby step, then Ignite 30, you can actually start to make massive changes, shift your perspective, shift your mindset, and see where it takes you from there. So check that out. I'll put a link in the description if you want that. It's also on all my profiles. It's also there as well. I wanted to make sure I talked about that because I have to make sure people know about it. If you have a business and no one knows about it, you don't have a business. If you have a product and you don't market it, you don't tell people about it, you don't have a product. You have to market, you have to advertise, you have to tell people about it, and podcasting is a great platform for that. And also, I know if you're listening to this, you want to do something to help yourself, you want to change and rise for your family, and I've created a tool to rise and change. So check it out, Ignite 30. You can get it. It's $97. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a powerful podcast, powerful messages, and really important lessons that, been hitting hard over the past couple weeks. Feel free to reach out to me at any point. Instagram DM is the best spot. And I'll talk to you guys later.